Hi guys, welcome back to Creative Tap. Now in today's tutorial we're going to be creating some animated bar charts. Now the animation on these animated bar charts is going to be random, so the bars will be going up and down and stuff like that, rather than animating up to a certain point and stopping. So we're going to cover shape layers, we're going to cover the repeater, we're going to use a little bit of expressions in there, and we're also going to have a planned out colour scheme as well for our bar chart. So let's stop wasting time, let's jump straight on into the tutorial. So before we dive into After Effects, let's have a quick look again at what we're going to be creating, and that is this random animated bar chart. And we're going to be doing this with the repeater, which is part of one of the animation effectors of the shape layers. Okay, so let's jump on in. Let's X out of that, and let's go File, New, and New Project. Let's go New Composition and call it Animated Bar Chart. I've got mine as 200 frames long, which is 8 seconds at 25 frames per second. So 8 seconds or 200 frames, that should be fine. So click OK. Now, when I actually make this, I'm going to be using the colors from this color palette. This is coolers.co, a really good website to explore trending color palettes. I'll upload these hex codes into the actual description. So I want my background to be this one, so I can click and copy this to my clipboard. It's a really good resource, by the way. I'll go Layer, New, Solid, and click here, and I'm going to paste that hex code, so Control V or Command V on a Mac, into there, and it'll pick that color. It's basically just off-white. So these are hex codes, and you use them in the color picker. I'll paste all these into the description for you. So next what I want to do is I want to duplicate this solid. So I'll rename the bottom one to BG for background, and I'll rename this one to grid because that's going to be our grid. I'm going to go to Effect and Presets and type in grid. I've already got it there, and I'll click and drag to here. Now, what you may be able to see, there's some lines on there. If I turn this background off, this is what it does. Now, I want my grid to be this red color. So again, in the description will be this color, and I don't know why I'm picking. If I Control V, it'll select the red color that I want, and I can now go change the size from to width and height. And for now, I'm just going to go 64 by 64 by 64, and it'll make this nice square, which is really nice. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to lock these two layers. I'm now going to get my pen tool, and I'm going to draw a line the width of 4 of these. Okay, so let's go from, where should we go? Yeah, around about by here. So I'm going to click there, and I'm going to come across 1, 2, 3, 4 units, hold shift to make sure it's a dead straight line, and go there. I'm going to click off, and I've got my shape layer. Scroll down, come into the contents, shape 1, stroke 1, I'm going to turn the stroke on, and I'm going to turn the fill off. So we've now got a white stroke, and it's a width of 2. I think I'm going to keep it in 2 for now. What I'm going to do next is get my anchor point tool, and you'll see my anchor point is over here. I'm going to click and drag over to my shape, and if I hold Control, or I think it'll be Command on Mac, while I'm dragging this, you'll see that it snaps to that center point. So I'm just going to snap it to there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Add by here, and I'm going to go to Repeater, and come into the repeater options. I'm going to turn the copies up to, let's say, 100 for now. And come down into the transform repeater, okay, and you can see it's currently 100, so it's basically offsetting it 100 pixels to the right. So if I increase this, you'll see it's basically offsetting it like that. I want to zero that out, and I want to turn this to, let's say, -6 is giving us this little bar, but it's got this space between, so -4. We still got the space between. I'm going to go -2, and there we go. Right, okay, cool. So we've got our repeater. Now what we want to do is basically to animate this randomness, what we want to do is get our copies, and we want to basically wiggle this. So I'm going to set it let's have a look. I'm going to set it initially to 150, I think. And yeah, I'm going to click Alt or Option, click the stopwatch, either Alt on the Windows or Option on a Mac. Alt click that, and I'm going to type wiggle 2 times a second, so open parentheses or curved brackets, 2, comma, and I think I'm going to wiggle it by a value of 120. And if I click out now, I've typed wiggle, open curved brackets, which also gave me the end ones, 2 times a second. I want it to wiggle by 120. So if I click out now, basically this is what we've got. And I think I'm going to go 3 times a second just to make it a bit faster and a bit more chaotic. There we go. So that's what we've got. Now, what we want to do next is we want to get this shape layer. I'm going to call it bar 1. And I'm going to hit Control D and I'm going to duplicate it. And what I'm going to do is make sure that I hold Shift while I drag this layer. So I'm going to select bar 1 and make sure it's locked. Get bar 2. When you drag it, you want to drag this little bit at the bottom because it's technically only a line that you've created. So hold Alt while you click and drag to the right, and I'm going to offset it by 1 unit. Control D again, click and drag by 1 unit, and then let's Control D again. I'm just going to make 5. And what you'll notice is each time you do that, you'll notice that my bar 1 over here sort of changed a bit, and that's normal. Basically, every time you do this, it changes the randomness of that wiggle expression. So I'm going to get one more, bar 4, hit Control D, and you may have noticed things changed then, and it's basically just offsetting the randomness. That's just a byproduct of this. So what we've got now is we've got this animated bar chart, and just to add some randomness, what we can do, I'm just going to unlock bar 1, what we can do is come into, say, bar 5, I think. Come into the contents, the repeater, and click this drop down. I'm going to make this one wiggle 5 times a second, because then that'll add some randomness. So this one is going a little bit more chaotic. In fact, I'm going to make sure it wiggles by 150. So 5 times a second by 150. And that one's going to go a lot more mental than the other ones. With bar 3 and 4, I'm going to slow them down. So let's come contents, repeater, and then this. I'm going to say 1 times a second. And the same for this one, contents, repeater, copies, and I'm going to change this to 1 times a second. So what we should get is a little bit of randomness. So if we play it through now, you'll notice these are going a lot slower in relation to these two, and especially that one. Okay, so then you can, label these different things. So maybe it makes a bit of sense. But yeah, this is what we've got going. I'm not sure actually if I like that. So I'm going to go 2. It's a little bit too different. I only want it to be subtle. So I'm going to bring these 2 back to 2 times a second. And let's see how that's looking. Yeah, I think that's a bit more subtle. Cool. Right, now that we've done that, I want to start basically making this look a bit nicer. So I'm going to hold Shift on these bar 1 to 5, and then I'm going to go Control Shift C, or on a Mac it's going to be Command Shift C. Make sure move all attributes into new composition is selected, and I'm going to call these animated bars. Okay, and click OK. I also forgot to turn my background back on, and basically that's what we've got, which has now reminded me that I've forgotten to change the color of my strokes. So I'm going to come into the animated bars, literally just go through each one, come down shape 1, stroke, and the color I want is this medium. It's the medium blue. So I'll copy that and come into here, paste. And if I'd have done this first of all, we wouldn't have to go through each one individually, but I forgot. So I'll just basically go into the stroke of each one, click the color, and Control V. I'll time lapse it as I do this now. Okay, so I've adjusted these bar charts. I can now come back into my main comp, and this is what we've got. So it's starting to come together. Now this grid, I'm going to unlock it, and I need to pre-compose this because I want to mask it, but if you were to mask it, for example, it doesn't take into account this grid. It doesn't work. It's not nice. It's a pain. So what I'm going to do is delete that mask. I'm going to hit Control Shift and C and make sure move all attributes into new composition is selected, because right now it's not. So just go there, and I'm going to call it, grid comp, because it's a composition of the grid. And now what I can do is I can get my rectangle tool with this layer selected, and I'm going to draw a rectangle around the grid that I want to keep. And I think there should be fine. Let me just check that they don't go any higher. No, in fact, I can bring that down a bit. So what you'll want to do now is, with that mask selected, I'm going to select both of these points, and I'm going to hit down just to kind of bring in just the top by there. And you can zoom in to get more precision. So just bring in a little touch more. There we go. And you want to work your way around the edge. So select and come down, select that point. And now we want to use the arrows and move this out like so. Same for the bottom, so click off, then reselect this one and this one, and we just want to hit down, something like that. There we go. And now select this one and this one, and just come in a bit like that. So we now have our grid, and we now have our animated bars. There's one thing left that I want to do, and that is, I'll tell you what, I am actually going to bring the mask out by 1 unit. I'm holding Shift to jump in big steps there, just like that. So now I zoom in to get a little bit more precision, and yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so we just brought that 1 unit back in, which looks nice. So what I want to do now is I want to actually make a new shape layer, so make sure nothing's selected. I'm going to get my rectangle tool. For this, I want the color to be this light blue. So I'm going to get that, and I think it's already the same, so paste it in there. Yeah, there we go. I'm now going to click and drag a shape. Not giving me enough room. Let me retry that. I'm going to click and drag this shape up to here, and I'm going to move that behind, and you can see basically what it's doing is it's making almost like a placeholder for it. You don't have to do this, but I'm showing you because it's an extra option. What you can then do is come into the rectangle, hit the path, and basically I want to select the path now of this rectangle, or I can just scale it like so, just to bring it in a bit, move it to the side, and now, yeah, something like that. Okay, so that's what we've got. It's hanging out by a pixel there. Just bring it in just a touch. Bingo. Okay, what I want to do now is I want to duplicate this. So Control D, bring it to the side. And I'm going to rush mine just to be quick for you. So they may not be perfectly lined up. I'm basically Control D each time. And Control D. Let's go here. And I'm going to Shift select them all. Command Shift C or Control Shift C for me. Command on Mac. And I'm going to go bar chart. I'm going to call them holders because I don't know what else to call them. There we go. And finally, I'm going to add some text, but I want my text to be this dark color, just to kind of use all the colors in here, to be honest. And the font I'm using is Cocoa Goose. It's available on dafont.com, and I'm going to call this animated bar chart random, because the animation is random. And there we go. I'm going to make sure I center align this, and I'm going to bring my grid comp, all these 3 compositions by here, I'm going to bring them and just center them like that. And now you have a random animated bar chart. You don't have to have those holders in the background. You don't have to have that grid in the background. And you definitely don't have to have animated bar chart -random as your text. But I just want to show you how to kind of do that. And it's nice that we've got some sort of randomness here. So I'm going to leave it there. I am also going to upload another tutorial where I show you how to actually control this. So basically you can animate these scaling up, but also they won't have the randomness on this. You can animate them scaling up to the point where you want, and I'm going to add that tutorial to the list as well. That'll be uploaded next week. By the time you've watched this, it may already be uploaded, so just check in the description below or on my channel. You can see my sort of blue backgrounds aren't matched up perfectly, and that was basically because I'm just trying to rush to get it done for you guys. But anyway, enough talking. Cheers for tuning in. Check out some of my other tutorials. Leave a comment of what you want to see. If you enjoyed, leave us a like and subscribe. That helps us out. Check out our Patreon and a link below. But yeah, cheers for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you in a future video tutorial.